Hello folks and welcome. We are off to the World Circuits. Update 1.32 has just happened and they've delivered to us a new championship for the menu books. It is the SF Championship Super Formula and there's a race in America, Europe and Asia. We're off to America today. We're at Watkins, Glen, and we're going to do the new race. As you can see, I've not done it yet. Super Formula race with a reward of 160,000 credits. We are using the SF19 Super Formula. It's the Honda variant at a PP of 951. We're running racing soft tyres. We'll just have to see how that goes if we need to pit. But we're running downforce at absolutely minimum on front and rear. Racing transmission at 330. Everything else is default. Nothing changed. So racing soft tyres, everything as it is. The car seems pretty stable when I've raced it before. Assists we're using today, we are using traction control on 1, ABS on default, everything else off, and I don't know what else to say. We're just going to dive straight in. There we go then folks, fuel map 1, we've got TC on 1 as we said. Plenty of fuel. We won't need to stop for fuel at all in this race. There's a slight chance we might need to stop for tyres, so we'll just have to monitor the way that goes. What we have to do is try and make progress through these bad boys as quickly as we can. So Mr. Blazan is going to move out the way for first overtake on the back straight, braking down to 5th gear just to control the car, get back on the throttle, steer it through the chicane, hang it out wide up to 6th speed and keep the floor toe flat. I had to lift there. Tyres are just working themselves in. Extremely fast corner this, extremely fast cars. 3rd gear for this corner, get on the brakes to slow it down. Mr. Y Sasaki in front of us, remember that name? We'll tell all as we get closer to the front. Word, he slowed down a lot. Mr. Suzuki, we're just gonna try and blip up his inside. He's gonna be in his room. He did. Mr. Wong, we're just gonna make room. Up to 14th place. That was Mr. Mangiano behind us. Mr. Sugawara just lining up Mr. Hizal, and he makes the pass. We're going to pass Hizal, and we're going to see if we can draft Sugawara up the hill. Going to go round the outside on him with the boost button pressed. There we go. Now we're going to line up Lopez, lap 2. We've got the fast of the race, a 1:06.049. 1:26.049, and Mr. Lopez slowed down right in the middle of that corner. We had to take evasive manoeuvre and he's still pushing us. Shadows around that corner make it difficult to spot the braking point. Had to use a 6th sense there. Guessed. Panic brake. Mr. Bonelli. Gonna use the boost just to catch up to your rear end. I like your paint job. Tell you what's going to be good. Somebody is going to make paint jobs for all these cars in the current F1, and it'd be great to run formula races with these. Although formula cars are not my favourite type of racing, it actually handles very, very well, and I could get into these cars. But I'm using a 2019. I'm not using a 2023 car. A, because they're 3 million apiece in credits, and I just don't have that in the bank account at this moment. Mr. Gallo, how are we doing, sir? You slowing down excessively for apexes again, well done. So there we go, put him behind us with a little bump draft in the braking zone, really helped. So 12.9 seconds off the lead. Just need to keep the car on the track. We just need to keep that coming down. We've got Beauvoir ahead of us, regular name. Mr. Beauvoir, a fierce competitor. Mr. Inostra next on our target list. Mr. Drummond out in front. Not somebody I'm used to seeing, that name. I've probably seen it once or twice before. Never much very often, but he's right out in front. Putting some times in. Get back on the old overtake juice. Let's see if we can close that gap. Quarter of the race gone. We've used quarter of the overtake juice. Mr. Inostra, fierce competitor. Often disappointed when we race him in the old human comedy. Oh, we take to the grass. Oops. That didn't help our cause, did it? It's not often you get a fastest lap recorded in the first lap of the race. 26.6. Remember when I said have a look out for Mr. Sasaki? Well, Mr. T. Sasaki in 5th place. He's next on the list. So in the lead we have Mr. Drummond, followed by Mr. Yamanaka in 2nd, Mr. Fraga in 3rd, Beauvoir in 4th, and we sit handily in 5th on lap 4. Popping in purple sectors for the first part of the race. First part of the lap, Mr. Fraga, Mr. Beauvoir. We've done Fraga, and he loved that, didn't he? We did. Oh, a little bit of bump draft from Mr. Beauvoir. Oh my lord. Bit of door slamming. He didn't want us coming past, did he? We've only had nice things to say about Beauvoir up to now, but when he's running that Mercedes in the human comedy, he is a little bit less brusque, one would say. Let's see if we can deliver some retribution. We are some 12 seconds off the leader. I'm just going to sit on the overtake juice for now. Not going to really use that. We're going to try and use the draft to catch Beauvoir, which I think we're just going to do now at 26.075, almost another fastest lap. So Mr. Yamanaka, but then another 10 seconds to Mr. Drummond. So I need to stop doing that. Stop running on the curbs. This is a really enjoyable race, really quick. Mr. Yamanaka going to go up the inside. Dispatch you into the background. So 10.3 seconds. So the question is, closing down those 10 seconds to Mr. Drummond, how do we want to do it? What I think I would like to do is not lose the back end. I think I'm going to take to the pits at the end of the next lap, the end of lap 6. And we will then work on closing that. We've carved the gap. We did it in 6 laps. We've got less people to overtake. See if we can halve the gap again. Try and take as much out of him as we possibly can in this lap. Or do we pit at the same time as him? Do we pit, or do we keep going till we think we can? Keep it on the track, the black stuff. 8.4 seconds the gap. Keep the foot flat, that front left is going to suffer. 7.8. Can't see him yet. 7.6. If we can catch him, we can close him down. .9. The 6097 almost again. See how we go. We're going to keep pushing, see if we can catch him up. Use some of that overtake juice to give us the boost. I think I can see him. There he is, dropping sparks. 4.5 seconds. Purple sector by almost a second. 4.1 it's down to the gap. Really having to go. The game setting is hard, so we're really giving ourselves the hurry up, the push on, making the game difficult. And we're running one traction control, so I think I could do this without TC. Just going to try and get him in our sights now. I don't think we'll be able to do this without pitting. We actually made turn 1 in 4th gear that time. We're going to save a bit for the last couple of laps. We're 7 seconds ahead of Beauvoir. We're still half a second up. .2 seconds back. Save a bit of that overtake juice. I can't be too. So Mr. Drummond, we've caught him. 1.1 seconds. We've done the hard work. There's 4 laps left. I'm thinking I need to pit on this lap. We tried to close the door on us a bit there. We've pushed past him now. Overtake juice just to give us that bit of boost past him. Try and drop him. Don't want him having the toe. 0.7 up on the purple sector there. We're accelerating away and we're going to pit this time. Looking at that back left hand tyre, we need to pit. Quite a few laps in the 126s. Just that second lap in the 28s with the overtaking that we were doing. Tyres are definitely giving up. We're 2 seconds ahead of Drummond at that point. Just got to understand which ones of these are going to be two-stopping. We're going to take the pit lane now. Keep it inside the yellow line. And we are. Taking the softs, no fuel. Drummond came in as well, both on exactly the same amount of fuel. Some lovely clean slicks going on the car. Let's see how well we did. Beauvoir's come in. That means Yamanaka's going to be flying through. Yes, Yamanaka's not stopping. Fraga's not stopping. There they are in front of us. No pit lane penalty, which is quite uncommon here. I'm used to getting a pit lane penalty for our entry strategy. So 2 laps to go, 3 laps including this one. 1.9 seconds off the lead, and the lead is changing. They're battling for the lead now. We are just going to have to make progress. I want to do this cleanly. They look like sister brother cars. Look at them, paint job the same. Teammates, Mr. Yamanaka and Mr. Fraga. Mr. Drummond is 2.4 seconds behind. We're on the overtake juice. Could you see the wear on the tyre as we got close to it then? Mr. Yamanaka, we're just going to dispatch you for her, I'm afraid. And there we go. First place is back with a pit stop. Just got to drive some clean laps to the end now. Not much left of the overtake juice, the nitrous. 2 laps to go as we close this one out. Cleared a second ahead, a 1:48.312. So we're going to get very little assistance on the boost for these 2 laps, but fuel is much lower than it's ever been in the race. Let's see how we can make an advantage. Let's see if we can purple sector without them. We're 2.6 seconds ahead now. 23, half a second faster purple sector. We changed out to 4th just as an unconscious thing. Overheating that front left. Kept it in 4th. Car carries the speed really well. Keep it off the yellow bits. Bit of overboost up the hill. We're still purple sector by 1/4 of a second. Light fuel, brand new tyres, making the car do the stuff it wants to do. Fast and true. 0.4 of a second up. Let's see how we can do the last sectors. 2 corners, down to 4th, up to 5th. Run for the line, bit of boost. A 25.3, that confirms the lap time as the fastest lap for Mr. Widdowmaker as we enter the final lap. See how we do. Now what we won't get for this is any competition against the mates off the friends list. This is purely a cafe menu, so it's all about just progressing. There's no competition against your mates. 5th gear, keep it floored, see how we can get through there. We're 7 seconds in the lead, we're running wide on that corner. 6th gear, floor it, get it going. See if we can get purple sector on this last middle sector. Down to 3rd gear for this corner. A little bit of boost left. Still purple sector by 0.3. Happy days. Let's see if we can put in a fastest lap to close the race out. I don't know if we're going to do it now. No boost left. No, we're out, but we're still up by half a second. This looks like a 24 maybe. Maybe too slow. A 24.8. Happy days. So a really light car, taking the fuel out, burning the fuel, gives us that win. And 160,000 credits. A chance here. Are we getting a clean race bonus? Fastest lap on lap 12, a 1:24.832. There were 2 Mr. Sasaki's. Look, one at the front, one at the back. A T and a Y. And that's the way it goes, folks. Quite straightforward, that one. No clean race bonus, so just 160,000 credits. Happy days. Looks like we'll get a ticket for the day. 3 stars. Gotta love it. And with that, folks, thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care.